Hey, it's Tara. So I am this way, and I work with a lot of people that are this way. And this way means being an internal processor, which means that you really try and figure things out on your own. Typically, it's more introverted. You try and figure things out on your own and come up with a solution and then kind of move through your life. And maybe you'll talk about it later, but your process is really kind of going within and problem solving in that direction. And in a lot of ways, it's a way to stay regulated. It's a way to not magnify a problem, because as we talk about things, we can tend to magnify the problem, put it out of perspective, put it out of context. And often when we do that, when we're external processors, we get a lot of opinions back, we get a lot of unsolicited advice back. And that's not always the best. You're the one that lives your life. You're the expert of you. And nobody else has to live with the consequences of the decisions that you make. Furthermore, often advice you get from other people only serves to justify the decisions that they've made in their own lives, or the decisions that come from their frame of reference. So it's not really relevant unless you're really selective with who you're sharing your information with, and that you trust that they're looking at it from a different lens that is in your favor. So the problem with internal processing, though, as much as it does have its benefits, is you're really making decisions about your life. You're really trying to solve problems within the vacuum of your own mind, within the vacuum of your own experience, your own activated nervous system, your own perspective on things. There's no expansion, there's no new information. You can't use the energy that you've always had to create a different future with different energy. You can't use the energy that you have in this moment, in this problem, to solve the problem in a way that's going to serve you in the future. So knowing that, what's helpful is a few things. One thing is to use time travel. Fast forward yourself out of this moment where you have the problem. Fast forward yourself into a moment in the future where you don't have the problem. What's it like when this problem is already solved? What's it like in the optimal future that you want to create? What's the energy feel like then? Experience it as if you are living it right now. Experience this moment with the energy that you would have in that moment. And that's the energy that will create an alternate future, a future that is more supportive of what you're looking for your goals, than the energy that you have kind of sulking or soaking in your own problems. The second thing you want to do is realize that expansion, new information, growth, new ideas, new solutions, breakthroughs come from connecting with other people. They come from connecting with the right people. And that's the caution there, is choosing the right people. So we do this in session because I'm attuned with my clients. I'm not looking for self-interest. I'm not giving unsolicited advice. I'm helping them uncover ways that they can have newness in their life, ways that they can change their brain to have a different experience, ways to offer them alternatives that they might not have thought of, but I also help them stimulate their own problem-solving process. So that would be one way, that you have a therapist that you work with or somebody that you trust that you can share with and go specifically into problem-solving mode, not problem-sulking mode. And that's where most people stay when they go introverted and go in on themselves. You also will not ever have a full range, a full suite of solutions available if you just keep it to yourself. So you set the stage to have positive conversations with people that are already where you want to be, or people that you admire because of their ability to solve problems in their lives. Be very selective and very cautious and discerning about the advice that you seek and the advice that you receive. But breakthroughs happen when you're in network with other people that are connected with you. So that's the important piece. You don't want to run around just asking anybody for advice. You want to run around asking one or two people that really know you, that you trust, for some options, and set some boundaries around the energy that it's going to take on, and not allowing things to sulk in any kind of negativity. You want to have a brainstorming process of alternatives that you haven't already thought of, and you can only get that when you connect with one or two other people. So be really careful about knowing what way that you go in your mind to solve problems, so that you're aware of the pitfalls of both. If you're an internal processor, if you stay in your own mind, if you tend to kind of withdraw, be really cautious about that too, because you're going to be really limited and you're not going to have the right energy to pull you out of the problem that you're seeking to solve. So you need the right group, you need to be aware, and you need to not limit yourself by the vacuum of your own mind. There's way better options that you haven't even thought of, that you don't even know. When you connect with the right people, you can open a Pandora's box for the best, most creative solutions ever. Fast forward into your life. Don't stay in the present moment just because that's where the problem is. Fast forward out of it where there is no problem and think about how you can create that outcome instead of being stuck in the present, in the problem, with only your past knowledge to guide you for solutions. So these are some ways to get expansion in your problem-solving abilities, whether it's in your personal life or your professional life. This is the best way to come up with really connected and out-of-the-box creative solutions that you can apply for your life. I hope that helps, and I hope you're well.